Ohio. Tangier, the large seaport in the north of Morocco, at the coast of the Strait of Gibraltar. The administrative center of the Tangier, Techun area, Al-Josaima as a part of whom forms the prefecture Tangier Asila, is the autonomous international economic and political territory in submission of the king and management of the state. Here representative offices of the international trade, financial, cultural and political organizations are concentrated. Tangier was founded by colonists from Carthage at the beginning of the 5th century BB. It is supposed that the name of the city came from a name of the Berber deity Tinsis. Ting. The city was important for Berbers. At the same time in the Greek mythology it is said that this city was founded by Antaeus, Poseidon's son and Gaze. After Heracles strangled Antaeus, the city was called Tingis, by the name of his widows Tingi. It is considered that Heracles slept in the cave which is in several kilometers from the city before commission of one of the 12 feats. In the 1st century B.C., the city got under the power of the Roman Empire at the Emperor Octavian Augustus. At first it was the Free City, and then at Claudia became Colony Iulia, the capital of the province of Tingitanskaya Mauritania. In the 5th century the city was occupied by Vandals. In 534 during expansion of the Byzantine Emperor Justinian trying to restore borders of the Roman Empire, Tangier gets under the power of Greeks and is under the power of Byzantium to 682 years. In 702 the city is occupied by Arabs. Till the 15th century the city was under the power of many Arab dynasties and also the Moroccan, Berber Kingdom Fez. But since 1415 the Portuguese expansion to North Africa when Europeans capture at first Ceuta, and after a series of unsuccessful attempts and Tangier in 1471 began. Conquest of the city is described in the epic poem Vasco Muzinha by D. Quevedo, Athens Africanates. 1611. The Portuguese-Spanish dominion. Taking into account the Iberian Union in 1580-1640. Continued till 1661 when the city was transferred to the English King Charles II as a dowry for the Infanta Ekaterina Braganskaya. In 1679 the Sultan of Morocco Moulay Ismail ibn Sharif made an attempt of occupation of the city. It didn't manage to storm the city, however the siege forced British to hand over the city. Before delivery of Tangier by British in 1684, they destroyed the city and the port. And in spite of the fact that the city and the port were newly built up by Ismail, the city lost the value, and his population till 1810 made only 500 people. In 1849-1850 in the city after unsuccessful attempt of a revolutionary revolt in Rome there lived a founder of the modern Italian state Giuseppe Garibaldi. By the beginning of the 20th century the population of the city made 40,000 inhabitants. 2,000 Muslims, with prevalence of Berbers over Arabs. 1,000 Jews, 90 Europeans, generally Spaniards. At this time Tangier becomes the important center of the European policy, having become the place of incidents which were nearly the cause of the large-scale war in Europe. See Tangier crisis and Agadir crisis. In 1912 Morocco was divided into the French and Spanish protectorates. The north of the country departed under control of Spain. However, Tangier in 1923 was recognized as the international zone with a total area of 373 km. Under control of representatives of France, Spain, Britain, to whom in 1928 representatives from Italy, Portugal and Belgium were added. In 1956 Tangier was a part of the integrated independent state of Morocco. The city can be divided into 4 parts conditionally. Medina, the old city, the historic center where there is a set of monuments and defensive strengthenings. A new city stretching from the city beach and seaport in the north to hills in the south, and from Medina in the west to the region of Malabata in the east. The region of Malabata, which a bigger part was located on the peninsula with the name of the same name, is a provincial part of the city. The 4th area, Mountain and the Cape Peninsula of Spartal, which is on the woody hilly height, the prestigious district of the city where are one of residences of the King of Morocco. The most important districts of the city: Markand, the palace of the Sultan, the building of the American Embassy and stadium are located here. Sleeping quarter. Boulevard Pasteur, administrative and financial center. The area of a name on April 9, the area of embassies and consulates. Boulevard Mohammed VI, a coastal zone of entertainment centers, cafe and restaurants. Boulevard Hassan II, the international educational institutions and consulates. The international airport Ibn Battuta, adjoining on the industrial zone. Sea international cargo, passenger and port D Tangier fishing port. Since 2010 the cargo terminal is liquidated in view of input in a system of the first stage of the new multi-purpose port, Tangier Med, located in 50 km to the northeast near the settlement of Tangier. The small palace, or small fortress. The passenger terminal is kept, however accepts only the ferries of a small class connecting Tangier with the Spanish port of the Tenerife and also tourist liners. There is no regular sea. Not ferry. Message from Port D Tangier. The new fishing port is under construction, and the territory of old fishing and cargo terminals will be occupied by a huge marine yacht port. For what new moorings sleep often old or reconstructed. The adjacent territory of Medina and a colonial part of the city are also reconstructed and equipped with modern conveniences within creation of the new tourist and recreational zone, Zone Portuaire de Tangier. The cableway for fast and comfortable communication with the area Mountain and Medina will be also built. Tangier, the international city, about 420,000 residents of the European and other nationalities constantly live in him, making enclaves. Main enclaves. The French, Spaniards, Germans, Italians, Belgians, Swisses, British, Americans, Portuguese, a small community of Russian-speaking. Religion. Anglican, Protestant, Catholic churches, also Lutheran Church, synagogues work in the city, except mosques. At the Franciscan Catholic Monastery of St. Piet, the boarding school for orphan children of any religious orientation, carries out the charity. Till 1962 the Russian Orthodox Church in honor of the prelate Cyprian of Carthage locating at the address worked in the city. 9 Rue Ibn el-Bana. X. Rue Charles Dickens. Tangier. Sites. The most important site of Tangier are Hercules's grottos, which are in caves near the Cape Spartel. From the area of the Cape Spartel, one of the most extended in the world of beach lines, 47 km stretches. Also far. Write comments. Read comments. Interesting people will tell interesting stories. All of good mood and good luck.